welcome back to Everything Stephen King YouTube channel. My name's Daniel, and today this is my second part of my Stephen King collection, and the other video was primarily all the books, or most of the books that I have, and today I'm going through the discs, the DVDs and TV series that I have. Alright, let's get started. Okay, the first two I have to cover would be obviously Carrie's very first adaptation. This is the 1976 version, directed by Brian De Palma, and this is the remake starring Chloe Grace Moretz. And there is a third one. I thought I had Carrie 2, which is from memory her daughter or some sort of relative, but yeah, I can't seem to find it. So yeah, Carrie and Carrie. Next we got the two the two copies of The Shining. You got obviously the original Shining with Jack Nicholson, and this was a TV miniseries that aired in the mid 90s or late 90s, I think. The main guy from Wings. This is a numbered edition, 1702 out of 4,000 sets. So we've got Creepshow 1 and 2, and I don't have 3 because I'm pretty sure number 3 has nothing to do with Stephen King. There's none of his own stories in there. This is the original one, obviously, and Creepshow 2 had one or two of his stories adapted, but there was a couple that had nothing to do with Stephen King. So this is a great movie, The Dead Zone, starring Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen. That was a great book, and obviously a really good movie. Christine, bit of a classic. I love that one. And for some reason I've got 2 copies of Cujo. Maybe because I wanted to watch it twice, but that's a scary movie. Different ending, obviously, than the book. But those 3, some of his they're classic movies. I personally think they should remake this one to some sort of Netflix or HBO special miniseries, like a limited series. I reckon that'd be really good. And here we have 3 more. So you got Maximum Overdrive, Silver Bullet, based on his book. I can't think of what it's called now, but yeah, different title. And Cat's Eye, which was more of a collection of 3 of his short stories. Obviously, this is the one that Stephen King himself directed, Maximum Overdrive, based on his short story Trucks from his Night Shift collection. And there is another, I think there's another movie called Trucks that came out, I don't know, late 90s or early 2000s, and I think I've seen a part of it, and it's not a very good adaptation, but I've still yet to add it to my collection. So here we have the 2 Salem's Lot editions, obviously the 79 or early 80s this one was released, and then this one was I believe 2005, maybe a bit earlier, 2004. And Rob Lowe, I actually really enjoyed that one, but yeah, they're the 2 copies of Salem's Lot. And then obviously you got It Part 1, Part 2, and the original. Look, I love both of these movies, the 2 remakes, and then Tim Curry's version of Pennywise was amazing. I don't think the entire series wasn't very scary, but I thought his rendition of Pennywise was amazing. And then we got Pet Sematary, and the later edition of Pet Sematary, the remake, which and obviously you can't forget Pet Sematary 2, which is probably a movie they shouldn't have made, but they did. But starring the guy from Terminator 2. Can't think of his name, but yeah. This one I really enjoyed. However, I was not a big fan of the ending, the way it kind of rewrote what happened to the whole family. But I won't go into any spoilers or anything like that. But I did like it. Not a fan of the ending, that's all. But but this Pet Sematary was really good. Yeah, a bit of a classic, that one. And then we've got Graveyard Shift, and then Tales from the Dark Side, which contained one of his short stories called Cat from Hell, I believe. And that's got quite a gruesome scene with the cat coming out of this guy's mouth, which is actually quite cool. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this movie, but Graveyard Shift. But I've read other places that not people's favourite adaptation, but what's there not to like about giant rats? Now we go Dreamcatcher, Bag of Bones, and 11/22/63. Have not read the book, but I have seen the TV series, the movie. Have not read the book. I'm reading it right now. From memory, I did like this. They're a bit strange. So I'd like to read the books and see how they differ from the actual book. And I love this TV series, and I love the book. The book was absolutely amazing. And Needful Things, Children of the Corn, Shawshank Redemption, and The Cell. So that's a great movie. I love that one. This one, obviously the original Children of the Corn, based on the short story. I think from memory they changed a fair bit from the story, added a whole bunch, and it was alright, didn't mind it. Shawshank Redemption, one of his all-time classic movies, absolutely amazing. And what can you say about this one? This was a shocking movie, absolutely shocking. John Cusack was in 1408, which I don't have a copy of, but so I thought it would be really good, but what can I say? It was a terrible movie, worse than the book. And one of these days I want to get all of the other. I think there's about eight Children of the Corn movies from memory. There was heaps of them. They should have just stopped with this one. So they are potentially remaking the Tommyknockers, but yeah, I enjoyed that. The Stand, the Night Shift collection, which is, I can't remember how I got this one, but it stars, it's got the Boogeyman and the Woman in the Room, which is this one is actually quite a personal a short story by Stephen King. I think it was mostly about his mother when she was dying. Sometimes They Come Back, 1 and 2. And then this one, Quicksilver Highway, which has also a story by Clive Barker. So you got Chattery Teeth and The Body Politic by Clive Barker. Interesting little movie, but I didn't mind that one. Dark Half, Secret Window, and Thinner. These are all really good movies. I really enjoyed that book. I read that one from memory early high school, and that's a classic. And Thinner, the last Richard Bachman book. But Secret Window, I didn't mind it. I mean, I loved the story obviously, but I wasn't too much of a fan of the movie. It was alright, but I don't think Johnny Depp was a good cast for that one. And we got Rose Red, Storm of the Century, and Kingdom Hospital. With Kingdom Hospital, this was actually not his original idea. I'm pretty sure he adapted this from something else. Inspired by Lars von Trier's cult miniseries Riget. Maybe French or something, but so not his original idea. You got Rose Red, and I've got the screenplay to this one. But I mean, I love that one. I haven't watched it in years though. Now we're getting into some of his TV stuff. So we got The Dead Zone, 6 seasons. I think we started buying these years ago on eBay, and then later on in actual JB Hi-Fi here in a local one. So we never actually finished them. I think we've definitely finished the first two. Maybe we got to the third one and then moved on to other things, and we were waiting for these other ones to come out. But yeah, we're definitely going to binge watch these soon. And then over here we have Haven seasons 1 and 2. I think they did about 5 seasons of Haven, which is, I'd have to say, loosely based on the Colorado Kid. And I've seen like episode 1 a number of times, but I will watch those eventually. So here we got The Green Mile and Apt Pupil. Have not watched that one yet, but that's definitely on my to-do list. And then The Green Mile, which is my wife's favourite. Yeah, the great movie, that one. Under the Dome, seasons 1 to 3, and for some reason we've got two copies of season 3, but I've seen that one, season 2, and I couldn't get. I think I started season 3, but my wife has watched all of them, and I loved the book. The book was absolutely amazing, but the TV series, for me, was a massive letdown. They just went on such a massively different tangent. But yeah, I am going to finish it. Here we got Castle Rock season 1, and I have seen most of that, but not this one. This is obviously a 4K edition. And then Firestarter 2 Rekindled. I watched that many years ago. It stars Dennis Hopper, and it was a long and boring. I just couldn't make heads or tails out of it. It was really bad. But yeah. Then obviously got the much anticipated The Dark Tower, which I thought, I honestly thought they had a missed opportunity with this one. I love the books, but for 7 or 8 books, and they turned it into an hour-and-a-half movie. There was no TV series associated with it. They could have done 2 or 3 movies easy, but for some reason, even though it's not an adaptation but more of a sequel to the books, they should have done it at least a 2.5 hour movie, possibly even 2 movies. But the making of this has a long and complicated history. And then to top it off, I've got the 2 editions of Misery. So obviously I had this one first, and then when I saw this on Blu-ray, I thought I had to get that. But great movie, and something that started off Kathy Bates's career. And obviously, if you read the book, you know she doesn't actually use the sledgehammer. Anyway, so that's my collection, and yeah. Anyway, so that's all the ones that I could find. I'm pretty sure I had another copy of Carrie or Carrie 2 that I couldn't seem to find, and actually there's one other one I forgot to mention, and that is The Golden Years, which was no book, no short stories, written directly for the screen. And I thought it was alright. It wasn't anything special, but yeah, definitely worth the watch if you're interested in watching anything to do with Stephen King. But yeah, so that's, and I don't even have all of them. There's a lot more TV series and movies. There's about 2 or 3 manglers which I don't have, and there's other stuff that I need to keep an eye out to get the rest of the collection. Yeah, but they're the ones I have, and 2020 and 21 and beyond, there'll be a lot more TV series coming out in the foreseeable future. As of tonight in the US, The Outsider will be airing, so that'll be interesting once I get to watch that. And they got the remake of The Stand and Lazy Stories coming out, so in the coming 12 months there'll be a lot more to watch. So yeah, stay tuned. I might be able to talk about some of those things that are coming out in the next 12 months or more. All right. And please, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the like button, and yeah, and more videos will be coming. All right, thank you. Bye.